What is up, you guys? Welcome to the first ever Living Truth podcast. I'm so excited to be doing this. It's something I've been wanting to start for quite some time now. I'm so excited to be sharing these stories with you and just talking to these amazing people and you guys all getting to hear it. Without further ado, let's get into it. If you haven't already, go check out the merch. It's on the YouTube channel. On the About page, you can just click Living Truth Merch and go check out our sweatshirt to represent the series. Use my code FREESHIP in all caps to get free shipping off your first purchase. My first guest on the podcast is my great friend, Noelle. She's going to be on here talking. We're going to be answering a few questions and just giving some advice. So I hope you guys enjoy the first episode of the Living Truth podcast. Hey Noelle, what's going on?
Yo!
So today we're going to be talking a little about Jesus, answering some questions here. We're really excited to have you on the show. It's the first podcast. Thank you for being here.
I'm hyped to be here.
So one thing I want to ask you right off the bat here is, what is one piece of advice that is really good that you would give to everybody else listening in?
The best advice that I've been given is to love everybody always, which is pretty, generic, but, honestly...
I think that was good. That was good, fam.
Because, there's just so much hate and negativity, and, you're never going to harm yourself by loving somebody, by, spreading love. It's never going to do you wrong,
Yeah, definitely. Living truth. That's what we're all about here on this podcast. Spreading kindness,
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. So we just finished up the episode, Owning Your Faith, on the new series, Living Truth. I just want to ask you, what are some ways that you feel like that you can own your faith and own it?
Okay, so there's this verse in the Bible, Romans 1:16, that says, "For I am not ashamed of the gospel." And I feel like that's important because it's key, not to be ashamed for your faith, not to be worried about what people are going to think about you or what other people are going to say about you, and just go public with it. Because, there's some verse in the Bible or a song that says, they'll know they're Christians, by how they love people. And also just, that goes back to, loving everybody, but just, being unashamed about, your faith and your love for Christ and your love for others, and not being, not being scared of, people's opinions of you.
Yeah, that's totally good right there. That is awesome. That was a great answer. I love that, especially including that scripture in there.
Hey.
That was great.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so now what I'm going to talk about is how we met. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I had posted on my Insta story me doing work at my desk because I do Liberty Online, and Liberty is just awesome. They always repost their students' posts. They're awesome with that. So they had reposted my post that I tagged them in of me doing my schoolwork, and then they had posted it to their story, and then you saw it. And we're like, Hey, no way, I'm a student at LUOA too. This is awesome. Let's talk. And we got talking, and you were awesome. I got to meet you, and you were super strong in your faith, and that's just awesome.
Thank you.
Love that. And I can't wait to grow our friendship and build in fellowship. I just feel like that's really awesome how we met through Liberty.
Oh, yeah. We actually get to meet, soon.
Hopefully, yeah. Due to CFA, Liberty might be connecting their students, meeting each other, so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Even though you're not technically going to CFA, you're just kind of going down as I'm going up. You just happen. It was just convenient that way.
Yeah.
Because God works in mysterious ways, so.
Love that.
Yeah. So going back to talking about owning your faith, what is some advice that you would give some new believers, some people who have just come to Christ recently and are new believers? What is some advice that you would give them to help them grow with Christ?
Okay, so I think that's really important to surround yourself with good people who, encourage you on your walk with Christ. And I guess to find like a mentor, but not just that, but just like your everyday friends to like, you know, surround yourself with good people who don't bring you down or like make fun of you for what you believe in. Because like obviously it's important to have friends who aren't Christians, but like the friends who are like closest to you, you know, should be the friends who you're able to like pray with or like ask them to pray for you or just like, you know, have like deep talks with, because you know they have to help you on your walk with that so you can grow like with other people.
Yeah, totally. I love that. I think that's so true. And that I know I have my friends, you're one of them for sure, that I know I can go to and just ask for prayer and ask for help to grow in fellowship. You know, talking about Christ with you, doing that verse of the day with you, that's something I enjoy in discussing with you. So I think that was really good advice for a person starting out in their faith.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Well, it was awesome having you on the podcast. I'm so happy that you got to be our first guest on this podcast, Living
Thanks for
Truth.
having me.
Oh yeah, we were so glad to have you. We just want to thank you for all the advice that you shared with us today and all the info you had to give. We really appreciate it, and I hope to have you again on the show soon.
Thank you.
All right, we'll talk to you later. See ya. Thank you everyone for tuning in to the first podcast of the Living Truth podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and that you got a little something out of it today, that you learned some new advice, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out the Living Truth podcast merch. Link is on my About page on my YouTube channel. Just click on the Living Truth merch. And yeah. Have a good one. Be blessed, guys. Live out your truth on your faith. Love you guys. See you next week on Living Truth Podcast.